Hello and welcome to the weekly Global Heartstream. I'm Gabriel Gonzalez, a professional coach, artist, and speaker who enjoys traveling the world, connecting with amazing people, and talking about the longest, most rewarding journey that you'll ever embark on, the 12-inch journey between your head and your heart. Through individual and group coaching programs, online courses, and live seminars, I teach a heart-centered approach to personal mastery, leadership development, and spiritual growth that helps people become the most loving, joyful, and powerful version of themselves. The Global Heartstream is a weekly dedicated space to help you reconnect with your heart, raise your vibrational frequency, and remind you just how powerful, loving, and amazing you already are. It's also an invitation to unify our hearts with the intention of bringing more love, compassion, and healing to a world that so desperately needs it. You can find out more about my work by visiting gabrielgonsalves.com, where you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, and register for my upcoming seminars. And if you enjoyed this Heartstream, please be sure to subscribe, like, or comment so that we can reach more people and help make this a more loving, compassionate, and heart-centered world. Hello and welcome to the weekly Heartstream. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonzalez, broadcasting live from the beautiful city of Granada on this beautiful Wednesday, 8th of June. Welcome, everyone. Today we're talking about the law of integrity as a follow-up to the conversation that already began last week on this topic of integrity as being the first level of empowerment. Today we're going to stretch this concept in different ways, and my intention is to thought-provoke you, to give you plenty of food for thought with regards to how you can live in greater alignment with who you really are and the deeper truth inside your heart. Hello, Veronica. Hola. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Ellen. Blessings to you. Hello, Mariette in sunny Cape Town, South Africa. Welcome those of you who are joining us just now. Let me know in a word or two, how's your week been so far? Yeah, have you had a good week so far? It's really hot here in Granada. You can start to really get a sense of what this summer is going to look like, and it's not even the summer solstice yet. Hello, Danny over in Romania. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, before we continue, let me share a couple of announcements. Those of you who are interested in walking the Camino de Santiago this coming fall, there's still spaces available if you want to join me on this 12-day pilgrimage of the heart that begins in the beautiful city of Fatima in Portugal and ends in Santiago de Compostela. This is happening September 9th through the 20th. If you're interested in being part of what is going to be a deeply transformative experience, you can learn more about this by going to the upcoming events section on my website. And then finally, on Thursday, September 29th, we're going to be launching or starting the next Heart Leader training program. This is my annual certification training program in heart intelligence coaching and heart leadership. For those of you that feel the call to adventure, to want to step up and learn the necessary skills and practices that will turn you into a very powerful leader and coach, and get certified in the same modality of coaching that I practice, so that you can either add coaching as a skill to your many tools, or perhaps even build a coaching or some kind of a practice that uses all your gifts in service of humanity. I oftentimes like to define a heart leader as somebody who follows their heart and helps others follow their hearts. Hello, Suzanne. Welcome. Hello, those of you just joining us right now. Maria says she's busy and blessed. You got your double B. All right, good. Well, I'm happy to announce that I'm feeling much better than I have been the past few weeks. You may recall I spoke about having been a little bit sick the past couple of weeks, especially while we were in Fatima. I was still not feeling 100%, but Happy to report I'm almost quite back to normal. My levels of energy have increased, and just in time also to a wonderful weekend away again in Portugal. I have the opportunity once again to travel to the south of Portugal, to Algarve, to participate in a series of beautiful healing ceremonies and share my music with participants. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I did forget to say earlier when I was speaking about the Heart Leader Training Program, apologies for that, that if you're interested in learning more about the Heart Leader Training Program, again, the information is over at my website, gabrielgonsalves.com. Okay, so let's dive into today's topic. And I want to say that this is possibly a topic that it's uncomfortable for me to talk about. I think I want to own that. I mean, who wants to talk about integrity when I have been out of integrity and still am out of integrity in many areas of my life? And it's not comfortable. No wonder the resistance to want to move into what Hawkins called the level of courage and tell the truth, because it's difficult. It's difficult to really embrace those areas of our lives where we are saying one thing and doing something completely different, or when, we're just completely misaligned for whatever reason. This is very difficult. I have been out of integrity or I think I was for a long time in areas regards to money. With my own sexuality for a very, 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 very long time. Same thing, telling one thing and, doing something completely different. For many years, I think I shared with many of you that I had an addiction to pornography. And even when I began this work, I remember I would be teaching a whole workshop on spirituality and meditation and love, and then after a wonderful weekend and all of that, I would have some kind of a feeling of depletion afterwards, and then I would turn to pornography after the workshop. And I remember hating myself for doing that. It's like, how can I be so loving and spiritual and watch pornography at the same time? So one of the things I notice about areas in my life where I experienced in the past integrity and even continue to experience lack of integrity today is that integrity is there as a tool. Okay, you can use that feeling of this isn't what I would like it to be, or this isn't in harmony with what I decided I wanted to be, or who I wanted to be, and feel the pain of being out of integrity and use that pain to bring you back into integrity. And so I want to talk about that today, and like I said, from a very just real and authentic space. So I believe that there are in essence three kinds of integrity that you could talk about. Okay, and again, when we're speaking about integrity, again, I want you to think of integrity as beyond just telling the truth or being truthful. I want you to think of integrity as being in harmony. This is why Don Miguel, for example, like the first agreement of being impeccable with your word, it's an agreement in essence of integrity, because he's inviting us to for there to be harmony between what you say, your word, and your actions. There has to be alignment or harmony. And so I believe that, like I said, there are three types of integrity that you could explore, that you could talk about. One is what I would define as personal integrity. And personal integrity has to do with you, and ultimately what is true and real for you. And this is the kind of integrity that really concerns you and the personal choices that you make, and when you give your word to yourself. Let me give you an example. If you tell yourself that you're going to stop eating, cake because you decided to lose weight or to go on a diet, or it's just unhealthy for you. Every time you don't do that, you are out of alignment or out of integrity with yourself. And being out of integrity with yourself, one of the things that leads to over time is to lack of confidence in yourself. Why? Because you can't trust yourself. It's just like the second level of integrity, which is being in integrity with other people. When somebody tells you they're going to do something, right? When somebody gives you their word and then they don't follow through, what happens? Well, you lose your confidence, your trust in that person. That's the second level of integrity. Okay, but it all begins with you. Integrity begins at home, as I was speaking about last week. And the law of integrity pretty much says that integrity is like being pregnant. It's either there or it's not. Okay, you can't be a little pregnant. You can't be halfway pregnant, 30% pregnant. No, it's like you're either pregnant or you're not. And integrity is like that. It's like you're either hitting the mark or you're not. You're either telling the truth or you're not. You're either taking responsibility or you're not. Integrity is just that kind of a law. And so I want you to think that this second level of integrity, which is integrity that has to do with other people, being in relational integrity with those around us. Yes, being impeccable with our words and honoring that is important. But the second level of integrity arises from the first level of integrity. Okay, being in integrity with yourself. Now, there's a third level of integrity that I believe that exists. And no, it's not moral integrity. For me, that's kind of imposed, right, by a group, a culture, a society, and sometimes we refer to that as ethics or a particular set of guidelines. No, I'm talking about integrity with God, with the divine, with divinity, with consciousness. That part of you that is infinite, that is eternal, that is connected to a mind that sees it all, that knows it all, that has been and will always be. So you may lie to yourself, right? Many of us do that. You may lie to others. But if there's someone that you cannot lie to, it's God, to divinity. Because our heavenly parents are pretty much like our earthly parents. When a little kid tries to lie to mom and dad look at him like, yeah. And what happened to the ice cream? And who broke the glass? Really? It fell off by itself. Yeah, can you relate? Yeah, well, God is pretty much like that whenever we don't take responsibility. That's why many of religious and spiritual traditions speak about this final judgment that happens after death, because you may have spent the whole life lying to yourself, lying to other people, or just not telling the truth, or unwilling to face the truth. But ultimately, that final judgment is the time and place where you get to face the truth. What truth? Well, whatever is the truth that needs to be revealed to you at that moment. I'm not God to tell you what that is. So my question and the invitation in today's conversation or podcast or Heartstream is to think about, what are some of the lies that you're telling yourself? What are some of the half-truth you're telling yourself? What are some of the ways in which you are not honoring your word to yourself? When you promised yourself that you would start doing something, writing your novel, recording your music, going losing weight, embarking on a specific path, or developing a particular skill. What about as it relates to other people? What are some of the areas in which you're not telling the truth to other people because perhaps, if you're anything like me, you're afraid of being judged, you're afraid of being criticized, you're afraid of not being loved, right? Being rejected, right? It's one of the reasons why I don't tell the truth. Sometimes did not tell the truth as a child. One of the reasons many of us don't tell the truth, because it brings up discomfort, doesn't it? It brings up a tremendous amount of discomfort. And so I believe, and then again, this is my personal belief, and this is my invitation to you, that when each of us begin to deepen our connection with divinity, whenever we begin to deepen our connection with God, a higher sense of integrity begins to grow. What do I mean? Well, again, you are communicating, you're communing with a part of you that knows your truth. Before you even know it, claim it, or admit it, you're connecting with a part of you that knows who you really are. That knows who you really are. And this goes beyond just anything that you could do that could potentially be, negative or like the case that I was speaking earlier with regards to my addiction to porn in the past. No. I'm talking about when you act out of alignment with who you really are. When you forget, in essence, who you really are. What you're really made of. When you forget your divine essence. When you get lost in this world of materiality and effects. And when you get so distracted that you forget really who you really are. And not only that, but the bigger reason why you're here. When you begin to align more and more and more with this other integrity that I can only call it spiritual integrity or spiritual alignment, something magical begins to happen. What begins to happen is you begin to come more and more and more into alignment with yourself. Because you begin to realize that this thing that we call God is not really out there, but actually lives in you and it's part of you. It's what is referred to as your I am presence, your Holy Christ self, your divine essence. When you begin to live in greater and greater alignment with this aspect of yourself, you begin to realize that any lie that you tell someone else, you're ultimately telling it to yourself. All deception is self-deception. And so, from the spiritual perspective, remember, there's only one of us here. This is what allowed Jesus the Christ to, in essence, say, what you do to the least of my brothers, you do it unto me. But ultimately, as the law says, you do it to yourself. Because ultimately, there's only one consciousness. That was also referred to as the law of one. So then, let me ask you, Bambi, Adriana, and welcome, Amelie, Cindy, Mariette, Veronica, those of you who are here with me today. What would you say is your current level of personal integrity on a scale from 1 to 10? Where 1 is there's no integrity and 10 is you are 100% in integrity with yourself as it relates to who you are as a person. You keep the words, you keep the agreements you make with yourself. Where are you in that level? Where are you also when it comes to relational integrity, relationship in harmony with others? Okay, perhaps there's a relationship where you are greater, higher number, and there's other relationship where the number is less. Okay, and also, what about as it relates to your spiritual integrity or your integrity with your own divinity or the source of divinity itself? Now, this number is just information for you, okay? Just to help you understand kind of like where you are on this journey of coming into integrity. And it's just a number, okay? Just kind of like when you're driving from Miami to Fort Lauderdale, and you look at like at your Google Maps, and it tells you, you still have 20 miles to go. It's just a number. It's just a number. But is there to inform you where you are on this journey and where there might need you might need to do some work. You may need to admit to yourself, well, this isn't true for me anymore, or I need to change this agreement with myself, or maybe these other agreements I made with other people, I also need to renegotiate them, or just to have a conversation. We all start being out of integrity, okay? And that is what I'm in essence trying to say. A little child begins pretending he's an astronaut or she is a nurse. Okay, sorry if I'm being like, gender, what do you call it? I forgot the name, but you know what I mean. There are women who are astronauts, so we could do it all the way around. But my point is, when a little kid is playing, they're not astronauts, but they're pretending to be astronauts. We pretend to be firemen. We pretend to be businessmen. But we're not that. But that is where the journey, then, the preparation for the future astronauts and future nurses and caretakers and all of that begins. So many of us we make a choice. I want to be this kind of a person. I want to be a spiritual leader. I want to be a coach. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a therapist. I want to be whatever. And we begin being completely out of alignment with that. But as we choose that, one of the things that begins to happen is everything that is not that over a long period and very often painful journey has to be surrendered until we become that. So when I think about, my past journey and relationship with this word experience, where, as I was saying earlier, where I was teaching a workshop on meditation, spirituality, and then binging on pornography the following night and feeling very ashamed and guilty. It meant that I was on the journey of becoming that person, but I had not yet become the person that I wanted to be, the person that I am now. But in order to become the person that I am now, I had to walk that journey of first choosing what I wanted and then being out of integrity for a long time, and then also feeling the pain of not being that yet, or the pain of not being in harmony with that yet, or the pain that I hadn't become that thing yet because I still had all these other issues, addictions, blocks, traumas, whatever that were still needed to be dealt with and so forth. Now, I want to talk to you about an even higher level of integrity. And I want you to think of this, that this is integrity with life. And this is a level of integrity that you reach with yourself, primarily with yourself and life itself and all of the expressions of life, when you choose to be in harmony with what is. Where you choose to be in harmony with you, even though you haven't become that thing which you said you were going to be. Where you can, in essence, have absolute and unconditional acceptance for where you are on your journey, with a deep understanding of your humanity, your wounds, your addictions, and everything, and know that you are perfect, whole, and complete, and on the journey towards becoming a more perfect and even better version of yourself. And then the fact that you're out of integrity or still have these addictions or these blocks or whatever It does not disqualify you, or should not even keep you from moving in the direction of what your heart really longs for or desires. And it's no different at all than when an airplane is flying. You know, the flight engineer sits down and they draw, you ever seen them with like the little rulers and compass? They draw the flight path for the airplane. But one of the things that most people don't know is that the airplane is hardly ever on course. It's constantly course correcting. And so when you actually look at the moments where it actually hit the mark and it was actually on the trajectory it was supposed to be, it's only about 3% of the time. But it was able to arrive to its destination because it kept course correcting, adjusting. And so what if then our personal development, spiritual growth, and our journey towards greater integrity with ourselves, with others, with life, with divinity itself, it's no different. And the divine build within us this thing called our own human consciousness, the capacity to be aware of ourselves, and not only that, the feelings of guilt and shame that help us identify when we do something that is out of alignment, because immediately we feel bad and immediately we get the sense of like, I feel guilt or shame that I really wanted to do this, but instead I did this, that I wanted to respond this way, but instead I reacted this other way. And that same built-in mechanisms, which is your emotional system, it's part of a divine design to help you course correct, so that you can come more and more into alignment with who you are, with your deeper truth, the bigger reason that you're here, and ultimately grow in self-confidence and self-trust. You know, one of the things I learned as a coach is that there's a correlation between self-confidence and trust and integrity. The more I do what I say I'm going to do, the more I trust myself, the more I believe in myself. The less I do that, the less I believe in myself. So you want to have a strong belief in yourself, begin then by honoring your own word and what you tell yourself you're going to do. Honor your own agreements. You want to build deeper trust and confidence with other people, do exactly the same thing. Want to have an even greater trust in divinity? Well, trust the part of you that is divinity itself, that is constantly guiding you, supporting you on your journey. And the key to it all, I believe, it's your heart. Because your heart is that center of your emotional system that allows you to see or to discern this half-truth from the ultimate truth. And so with this as a introduction today, I'd like to invite you then to come with me into a journey to find greater alignment or harmony with ourselves, with others, and with life. Let us begin. The invitation now is to shift now into this other channel of the experiential and really bring the awareness into the body to do what we do here every week, which is to unify our hearts with the divine, and in the divine, unify our hearts with each other and create an expanded field of awareness where we can feel more connected to life itself, to each other, and then use our common intention to raise our vibrational frequency or move into greater love, to open our hearts together, improve our circulatory system, expand our electromagnetic vibration, and raise ourselves to a higher ground. Please close your eyes and bring your attention to the center of your chest, the area right where the heart is. And if you want to, you can place a hand right there. Begin to breathe slowly, deeply, and evenly in and out of the heart. Breathing slower than you normally would, breathing deeper so that the air flows through the lungs down into the belly, allowing the energy of this breath, this prana, life, spiritual energy to fill your heart and to fill your body. Breathing in a nice even pattern so that the inhale and the exhale are approximately the same length. Now, take a moment to do a mental inventory and find a few things about your life to appreciate and to feel gratitude for. As you breathe in and out of the heart, what are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? Take a moment to summon the images of those people, situations, things that you're feeling grateful for right now, and feel the feeling of gratitude in your heart. Allowing this feeling, allowing this vibration of gratitude to open your heart. As your heart now begins to vibrate with this frequency, remembering that gratitude, appreciation, care, compassion, all these feelings of the heart, open the heart, creating an electromagnetic shift within the dimensions of our heart's frequency, offering then a softening, opening that begins to immediately draw towards us more things to appreciate and to be grateful for. As you continue to think about things you appreciate, allow me to speak the following prayer on your behalf. In the name of the Father, the Mother, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, in the name of the I Am Presence and Holy Christ Self of everyone who's present here today or watching this replay. I call to the divine light of love from the heart of God to shine in our hearts and in all those places that need healing. I call forth the truth and the harmony straight from the source of all life. To help us heal, release, transform within ourselves all those areas that are of harmony or integrity. Let there be harmony and integrity in Mary and Cindy and Kelly and Veronica and Christoph, Gabriel and Lila and Bambi, Adriana, Amelie, Mariette, Susanna, Danny, Veronica, Ellen, Mariette. Let there be light. Let there be healing. Heavenly Father, speaking on behalf of everyone here today, I call for the healing of all of that which is keeping our physical bodies from being in perfect harmony and order. Anything and everything, conscious or unconscious, keeping us from experiencing true health, let it be dissolved by the power of your love. Anything and everything keeping us from being in full and perfect integrity with ourselves, let it be dissolved and transmuted by your divine laws of harmony. Anything and everything that is keeping us from being in harmony with those we love, those around us, let it be dissolved by the power of your compassion and kindness. And anything and everything that is keeping us from living in greater alignment with your vision for our lives, let it be dissolved by the power of your unconditional love. For only love heals, only love heals, and only love heals. We thank you, O Heavenly Father, accepting it done here and now for our highest and greater good, giving all glory to Thee, that Thy divine harmony may shine in all of our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our souls, for the greater good of the whole. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. As you continue to breathe in and out of the heart, I'd like you to bring into your mind's eye a time in your life when you were in perfect harmony with yourself. Just evoke that feeling of what it feels like to be in perfect harmony with yourself. Perhaps it was after having expressed your truth to another person or to yourself, or taking action on something that suddenly allowed you to feel whole and in harmony with yourself. Just bring that feeling up. Remember what it felt like to be in integrity with yourself. Integrity makes the body grow strong. Integrity allows us to stand tall and firm. Feel that in the body. And as you feel this feeling of integrity, speak it and declare it by saying out loud, I am in harmony with myself, others, and life. I am in harmony with myself, others, and life. I am in harmony with myself, others, and life. Harmony flows from me and harmony returns to me. Harmony flows from me and harmony returns to me. Harmony flows from me and harmony returns to me. I am an integral part of the whole. I am an integral part of the whole. I am an integral part of the whole. I am in integrity with life. I am in integrity with life. I am in integrity with life. The more I tell myself the truth, the more confident I become. The more I honor my word, the more I believe in myself. The more integrity I am with myself, the more confident I feel. I am in perfect alignment with the whole. I am in perfect alignment with how God sees me. I am integrity in human form. In God's name, I love and accept myself right where I am. I deeply and completely accept all my imperfections. Each day, I am becoming a better version of myself. I am the integrity of God in all areas of my life. With gratitude, I declare this my truth. And so it is, and it is so. Standing in this feeling of harmony and what harmony and integrity feels like in the body. Imagine a wave of integrity, harmony, and truth leaving your heart now as it goes out to the world, bringing greater harmony and integrity to our friends, our families, and to the world that so badly needs it. The harmony emanating from your heart go out to those areas or places where integrity has been lost, where men and women have forgotten who they are, where they're operating out of fear, anger, guilt, or shame. The harmony, this divine harmony, this eternal song emanating from the heart of God and flowing through your heart, go to all those places in this planet that need harmony, healing. Let it flow from your heart, knowing that you are a vehicle of God's harmony. The harmony of God is healing you, restoring you, rebalancing you. The harmony of God inspiring you to become more and more and more in alignment with who you really are. The harmony of God realigning, restoring, healing all those relationships that may have been broken or become distant as a result of some kind of miscommunication or disagreement where the harmony was lost, the integrity was lost. Let it all flow from your heart, a sense of gratitude and appreciation. And as you visualize the harmony leaving and going out into the world, please affirm, I am the harmony of God in action. Yes, you are. I am the harmony of God in action. I am the harmony of God in action. I am the integrity of life itself. I am the integrity of life itself. I am the integrity of life itself. I am the resurrection and the life of integrity in my life. Integrity guides my decisions and choices. Integrity helps me build a stronger relationship with myself. I am the resurrection and the life of integrity. I am the integrity of God in action. I am the harmony of God in every person here today. I am the harmony of God in our world of affairs. I am the harmony of God in our physical bodies, our minds, our bodies, our hearts. I am the harmony of God in the expression of our divine purpose. I am the harmony of God in our wealth, prosperity, and finances. I am the harmony of God operating through each person here right now. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. Gently we initiate now our return back to the full awareness of our time together, opening our eyes, checking in with ourselves to see how we're feeling right now. And if you like to, and it feels right to you, I love it if you can share a word or two about how you're feeling right now after this guided process. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel emotionally? What happens when you align more and more and more and more and more with the divine forces and with your divine essence? What happens when you align with the deeper truth inside? What happens when you begin to make choices from that space? You feel powerful, doesn't it? Yeah, I know I do. Feel more grounded, stronger. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for being here with us today. Helen wrote down, you bring such an ease to my spirit. You namaste, baby. Yeah, thank you. I think I'm going to change the name of this broadcast. It's going to be called the Namaste Baby broadcast. It's better than the wheelie Heartstream. Christoph says, I feel very released of lack of integrity. One of my best friends is addicted to opiates. It's difficult not to be pulled into the wrong livelihood, but I keep on fighting the good cause. Great. Yeah, man, that's how I see it. Course correction, like an airplane. Go back. Integrity is what allows us to come back into alignment. You know, I find integrity has such a strong weight in our culture. If you just simply replace it with the word alignment or harmony, you're going to find that it offers a softening and removes the judgmental part of it. Right. Cindy says, I feel centered and connected to my soul. Beautiful. Emily says, grateful and in alignment. Thank you. Veronica says, I feel great. Danny in Romania says serenity and peace. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you to you all. Tina, I think I missed your comment. Just like healing is happening, and freer and grateful and more hopeful, blessed and thankful. Wonderful. Mary Hernandez made a comment earlier, I think when I was speaking about the journey being primarily a journey where we're out of integrity and constantly making course corrections. Yes, definitely. Very much worth it. All right, my dear friends, we're now on top of the hour. Can you believe it already? So I want to let you know that I'll be doing 2 more of these weekly broadcasts this month. I'll be doing it again as we do every Wednesday next week, and then the following one. Next week we'll continue on this topic of integrity, and I'll be speaking about how to conduct an integrity audit. Okay, I will give you some pointers since this is the month of integrity. And then on the 21st, we will be doing a special summer solstice guided meditation. Okay, and that guided meditation and that program will also be my last program of this season. What I mean by that is I decided, speaking about integrity, I've decided I really needed to take some time for myself. Okay, so I'm going to take a break from not just these live broadcasts, but then also from other activities during the summer months, and use that time to replenish, continue to work on my music and other projects, and we'll be back with a new season of the weekly Heartstream in September, just in time for the equinox. Okay, so we have 2 more programs then, 2 more weekly Heartstreams, and then I'll be on hiatus until September, kind of like the Hollywood television series. A little bit. They do break for the summer. All right, thank you very much. Adriana has a comment saying, God bless you, Gabriel, peace and yellow light. Yeah, I like yellow light. I don't like blue light. White light. Lila, thank you for being here with us today. Kelly, thank you for all the love. All right, my beautiful friends, I wish you a fantastic rest of the week. And I look forward to connecting with you again next week when we'll continue the last part of this conversation series about integrity. Until then, please take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for joining me in this week's Heartstream. I hope you're walking away feeling more connected to yourself and your divinity, to the planet, to others, and to all of life. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can receive notifications about upcoming broadcasts. And if you would like to sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, or register for my upcoming trainings and seminars, be sure to visit my website, gabrielgonzalez.com. Until the next time, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.